Let's watch this video. All right, then.
Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are symbols in the Zionist military entertainment complex. Their wedding is a performance of an idealized secular Judeo-Christian America that mainly exists in pop culture. The pop star and the football player getting married over 4th of July. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are symbols in the Zionist military entertainment complex. Their wedding is a performance of an idealized secular Judeo-Christian America that mainly exists in pop culture. The pop star and the football player getting married over 4th of July weekend, with famous Jewish comedian Adam Sandler officiating the event. But below the surface, this lavish spectacle exposes an
Well, I believe so, but no, Adam Sandler's Jewish.
Yeah, but they were saying it was like Judeo, or I guess you said Judeo.
Well, yeah, exactly. Okay. Also, I only recently learned that Adam Sandler's a Zionist, which makes me sad. I used to like that guy, but boo-hoo. Fuck him.
Entertainment industry that consumes the public's resources and attention and rewards everything from outspoken Zionism to passive normalization. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's wedding reportedly cost around $20 million. They hosted more than 1,000 guests. The city shut down multiple streets around Madison Square Garden, affecting small businesses over 4th of July weekend. And reports estimate that policing the wedding could cost more than $160,000. In other words, this wedding has become a public spectacle. It's drawn on public resources and demanded public attention. So what exactly are we all being invited to celebrate? Adam Sandler, one of Hollywood's most vocal supporters of Israel, presided over the ceremony. Whereas he represents the outspoken side of celebrity Zionism, Taylor represents a quieter form of normalization, which is essentially saying nothing. It's not like she's neutral on anything else. She's spoken out about abortion, LGBTQ rights, and racial justice, but never about Palestine. Even after years of pressure from her own fans who launched the Swifties for Palestine campaign. They brought Palestinian flags to her concerts, raised money for Gaza, and asked Taylor to speak up. She still hasn't said a word publicly about it, and tellingly, her silence has been praised in Israeli media. At the same time, she participates in forms of cultural normalization that are worth paying attention to. Just a month ago, Taylor and Travis went to a, quote, Moroccan Israeli restaurant in New York. And in 2024, Travis talked on his podcast about Taylor introducing him to new foods and mentioned another Israeli restaurant in Philadelphia. This wouldn't necessarily stand out unless you know how Israel uses food culture as soft power. Rebranding traditional Palestinian or Moroccan foods as Israeli erases their cultural history. It makes these traditions appear to belong to the Israeli state instead. Which brings us back to the larger story this wedding is telling. Taylor and Travis's wedding is a performance of a particular vision of the US, where patriotism means supporting Israel and celebrities. We're encouraged to emotionally invest in the lives of these celebrities precisely so we don't question the values and interests they represent. What other ideologies do you think pop culture?
Yeah, but isn't she amazing? Isn't she the best?
She's
we
okay.
Love you, Taylor. You're
Her
the
music's
best.
fine.
She is amazing. She's the best human being of all time. Took a whole spot away like twice this week from like One News. Like I was like, why are we dedicating
Oh wait,
time?
They took it. Oh my god, 2 times. That's crazy.
It was at least twice. It was the rumor she was in New York, and there was like a rumor that she was going to be married, and it was like her actually getting married. Well, yeah.
Wow, yeah. And then there's also a lot of people talking about how like this was more just the for show wedding. Like,
of course.
There's no way they got married here. But I also saw like the most embarrassing, and I mean embarrassing for the Swifties. There was these people who'd been waiting outside Madison Square Garden, like the whole, like from like they'd camped out at night, and basically a pastry van was like coming out of the venue and everyone was screaming and yelling at it, and they pass a box of like pastries to a cop to hand to the crowd, and then they're all like fearily grabbing at them, and then he's like losing his goddamn mind, being like, oh my god, this is the best pastry in the world. And I'm just like, wow.
Imagine that was your life, dedicating. I
used to be that kind of parasocial, but I grew out of it.
I think one of my cousins is like that. Like she follows her around the world. I don't know. It's not really the side of the family I'm very close to, but that's what I hear.
I've heard of plenty of people who will travel around just like following her.
Yeah, she does
her on tour, and I also think it's kind of telling that, like, you know, Donald Trump's making a big fuss about himself this weekend, and she's making a big fuss about herself this weekend. Like, cringe. Also, the fact is, like, apparently there was like way more disruption to traffic than was like initially told to people, so it was actually causing. And I mean, like, I'm sure
Had
we've all been
traffic in
seeing.
New York. I've never heard of it.
Oh, but even worse, and not to mention the fact that they're going through an insane heat wave that actually shut down Donald Trump's stupid fucking carnival, whatever the fuck. And then I think they had a lightning storm that meant that he didn't end up doing his fucking like.
That was
what an
so,
omen!
I know. For like a religious sect of people, you think they would have been taking the hint.
Like, it's a sign, bro.
Yeah,
the universe
surely.
is trying
like,
to tell
the
you.
bridge went on fire and stuff. It was
Like,
crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like you say, for Christians, they really aren't seeing the signs, which is just crazy.
I saw the signs. Open up my mind and saw the signs. Interesting. You should bring up Liechtenstein. That's actually one of the few proposed countries that we're going to increase trading with, apparently, if national come back in. Well, we'll get into that later. But
Random.
I know, it is very random. Liechtenstein, of all places.
Well, I guess that's enough Taylor Swift. She
That
got
is
like
plenty of Taylor Swift.
10 minutes. I reckon you'd better play that bumper.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. You're so good
No
at your
worries.
job.
I got you.